the Woodland. Ranger Bill, warrior of the Woodland, struggling against extreme odds, traveling dangerous trails, showing rare courage in the face of disaster. In the air. On horseback. Or in a screaming squad car. Ranger Bill, his mind alert, a ready smile, unswerving, loyal to his mission. And all this in exchange for the satisfaction and pride of a job well done.
Mayday. I'm going to sit down in the clearing end of Cogan Canyon. Mayday. Mayday.
That was Abner Benson, one of my rangers. Oh, yes, he's a new kind of ranger. You might say practically just invented. But suppose we go back to the beginning of Ab's story, and his wife Marge fits in pretty well, too. I was sitting in my office one afternoon when...
Hey, Mr. Boss Ranger, you got time to talk to me?
Abner Benson, you old walrus. Boy, it's sure good to see you. Great Scott, it's been years.
Nuts a lot about all those years since we've seen each other, Bill. World War II has been over a long time now, you know.
Still the same old Ab. Sit down, make yourself comfortable.
Don't mind if I do. Say, this is some layout you got here, buddy.
Thanks. I got your letter, Ab, and I am very interested to see this idea of yours in operation. When do we start?
I'm ready.
How about tomorrow morning? That'll give me time to set up the test site.
Well, that's Jake with me. I'll need a little time to get organized, too, Bill.
Can you operate from Knotty Pine Airfield? Or do you want to fly out to the fire jumpers field?
No, the Knotty Pine field will be just fine.
Mm-hmm. I'll take you over to the house, get your bags in your room, and you can go back to the field, and I'll get busy setting up the test site. After the operation is set up, we'll have supper at my house. How's that sound?
Sounds Jake with me. I love these small towns at night. Peace and quiet. Crickets and keddy whatchamacallits.
You, Ab? You like the small towns, you?
Yeah, I guess Margie kind of changed me on that.
I'll say she did. You used to love the big city life.
No more. No more, buddy.
Say, Abner, how about filling us in on this pink cloud stuff and the flying machines you got?
Sure, Stumpy. Actually, it's very simple. I've got some, well, 2 to be exact, World War II Navy torpedo planes. We took the gear from the belly off of the plane and then installed a tank that holds 72 pounds of slurry.
Hog feed.
I didn't say slop. I said slurry.
Oh. You two ought to be a good match.
Slurry is a mixture of water and sodium calcium borate that makes a heavy foaming mixture. It won't sink into the ground or fly apart in the air, Stumpy.
In the air? You mean you dropped this stuff on a forest fire?
Not exactly on a forest fire, but on burning grass and scrub, and it fireproofs it.
No, you're joking.
You'll find out in the morning if I'm joking.
I sure will. If this works, Bill, are we going to have a new kind of ranger around these parts? A fire bomber? That's a strong possibility. We've had some bad grass fires out on the flatlands, and it would even be useful in open clearings of a forest fire. Would also stop scrub fires like we have around Goose Lake once in a while. You mean you just dive in low and drop the slurry?
Yep. And the speed and forward motion of the plane spreads the slurry.
What good can one plane do?
We got 2. I've got a partner, Slim Short.
Slim Short? What a handle that is.
You should talk.
I guess you're right. Where's Slim now?
He's out at the field.
Out at the field? Where's he going to eat and sleep?
Slim's very bashful. Not much for talking, Bill. But can he handle that plane? Imagine, he's better than me, old Hot Stick Benson.
Hot Stick Benson. Boy, it sure is a long time since I heard that. Stumpy, I could tell you stories about this flyboy for 2 days. Wow, what a combat pilot.
Those were the good old days. Lots of excitement all the time.
How would you like to fly jets, Sam?
Oh, I sure would like to fly jets, Bill. But my reflexes are getting kind of slow now. You look at my head, you'll find a gray hair or two, too.
If you look at mine, you'll find a black one or two, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you fellers, but I'm going to head for home and hit the sack. Want to bunk here for the night, old-timer? Don't mind if I do. Kind of late to walk home now.
Yeah, I guess we better tune in, all right, Bill. I have to go out and give Slim a hand bright and early in the morning.
Well, wake me up, 'cause I want to take a look at your flying sprinkling can before you take off. Thought we was going to have a close-up look at your flying machine.
Slim will cut the engine in just a minute.
The sight of that plane sure brings back a lot of memories when we were on the carrier together, Am.
Don't they, though, Bill? Those were the days.
Well, say, now we can snoop. Right. I'm sure interested to see how you rigged the tank.
Well, Stumpy, you see here, this is where the torpedoes used to hang. Now we've put the tank in its place.
Pretty tricky.
Hey, Slim. Hey, Slim, stick your head out of that cockpit.
Yep. What's on your mind?
Well, this is Chief Ranger Bill Jefferson.
Glad to meet you, Slim.
Yep.
And the old-timer there is Stumpy Jenkins.
Howdy, Gabby.
Yep.
See there? I got a long yep, and you got a short one.
Kind of short on John. When's the test?
Right away, as soon as Bill gives the word.
I've got 8 o'clock. By 9, we'll be at the test site and ready. Take off at 9, and I'll radio the exact moment you're to drop the pink cloud. Ranger 1 to Bomber 1. Are you ready, Ab?
Roger, Ranger 1. I'm ready, ready, ready. Just say when.
Attention, all ground units and fire jumpers. This is a test. I repeat, this is a test. Okay, Abner, show us how.
All right, here I come. Ready or not.
That pink stuff is really coming down. Boy, that's a real pink cloud. Now we'll see if the fire dies out when it hits the doused grass. Won't be long the way the fire's moving.
Mayday, mayday.
Ab, what's the matter up there?
No control, no control. We're going to belly flop in.
Ab, tell us where you're going down. We must know, we must know.
I think I have time. Map shows clearly end of Cougar Canyon. I'm going in.
Great Scott, this is terrible. Ranger 1 to Jumper 1.
This is Jumper 1. We heard the whole thing, and we're taking off right now to that clearing.
Good boy. I'm sending in a chopper with a stretcher. Spare nothing to get that pilot. You understand? Spare nothing.
Yes, sir. Taking off.
Stumpy, you take command of this fire and observe the test and report to me. I'm going to hop over to the accident in a copter and then to the hospital. Yes, sir. I hope he needs a hospital.
He's still breathing, Bill. Still breathing.
Easy, Slim. Take him out easy, carefully.
Okay.
Here, let me give you a hand. We'll lift together.
Yeah.
Now, lift. That's fine. Now let's carry him right to the stretcher on the copper.
Okay.
Watch your footing. A fall could be fatal.
That stretcher won't fall off the chopper, will it?
Not a chance. Set him down easy now. Easy. There. That's fine. Now fold the blankets around him. We'll get going.
The straps, too?
Yep. All of them across the basket, and he'll be securely held in.
Okay.
All right, hop in.
Okay.
Harv, let's get this man to the hospital. Slim. Paperwork, more paperwork. What in the name of common sense are you looking for? My pencil. Try your right ear and see what you find. Oh, no. I'm glad you don't wear glasses. You'd be looking for them, too. And all the time, they'd be parked on your forehead. How's Ab? Fractured leg, 1,000 bruises, and a swollen face. Not nearly as bad as it could have been. Phew. That's a relief. How did the test go? Fine, just fine. Fire burned up the grass that had been soaked with the slurry and stopped. Burned out just like it ran into a brick wall. That's great stuff, real great stuff. Ab sure thought up a good one. I'm afraid it isn't going to do him much good, though. What do you mean? His leg will mend, won't it? Yes, but his wife won't.
Hi, honey. Look at my leg. It's almost as good as new, and the doc says now I can walk with this plaster cast. Look at the gadget they put on the bottom of it so I can step down on it.
I'm so glad, Ab. Now you can come home.
Home? Well, Marge, I've got a job to finish here before we can go home.
Well, I rented a house here in Knotty Pine.
You did? Oh, Marge, what would I do without you?
This is a compromise.
Oh. I quit flying, and we'll live here at least until I get the firebombers organized.
Yes. Oh, Ab, please be reasonable. All through the war, I lived in fear of your death, and all the years since the war, it's been the same thing. I just can't take it anymore. Every time you take off, my stomach convulses into a square knot, and it stays that way till you land. Oh, Ab, if you love me at all, quit flying.
All right, Margie. Just to show you how much I really do love you, I'll stay out of the sky.
Ab. Oh, Ab, you're a wonderful husband.
Hiya, Bill.
Hello, Ab. That thing must get pretty heavy after dragging it around all day.
No, I don't mind the cast. At least I can walk.
I want to appoint you boss ranger of the firebombers immediately. What do you think of the idea?
I don't think I can accept it.
I thought you'd say that. But I won't take no for an answer.
You want a grounded flyboy to head a flying outfit?
It happens in the service all the time.
Not to me, buddy. Oh, I'm not complaining. I made a promise to Margie, and I'm going to keep it. Cover up my restlessness in front of her.
Well, that's fine. But you have a job to do with the Rangers, too.
I'll finish organizing the firebombers for you. When the job is done, I'm leaving.
All right. I won't press you. But I think you'll change your mind.
I won't be a duck with clipped wings, and that's that. I'd rather be a dead duck.
You think he means it, Sonny? Perhaps. He's going through a terrific adjustment right now. And so is Marge. They need help. They should take their problem to the Lord instead of trying to solve it themselves. They will, as soon as they realize that their own strength is insufficient. What are you going to do in the meantime to get the firebombers a going unit? You've given me an idea, old friend. I did. What? Slim.
Yep.
You tell Ab I want his organization report on my desk first thing in the morning, you understand?
Yep.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Yep.
Again, I ask, what are you up to, young feller? We've got to make Ab realize that being an administrator is more important than flying. I'll get it, Stumpy. Marge, come on in.
Thank you.
Please sit down.
Bill, I'm sorry to bother you in your leisure time, but, well, I just have to talk to you about Ab.
Go ahead, shoot.
I thought if we had a house and he came home every night to a hot meal and his wife, he'd get over being grounded. But I can see this isn't working out, and I don't know what to do.
Have you talked this over with the Lord?
Yes, many times. I'm afraid I haven't been very receptive to his answers. Most of my prayers are just complaints.
I've talked it over with the Lord. He's given me an idea.
Wonderful. Perhaps this is why the Lord sent us here to Knotty Pine, so he could help us through you.
Well, the Lord works in strange ways. His wonders to perform.
What is your idea, Bill?
I'm going to make Ab realize that he's needed as an administrator, and his job is the most important of the firebombers, even if he is on the ground.
I hope and pray it works. Oh, how I hope and pray it works.
Let's have a word of prayer right now. Heavenly Father, you know all about this problem, even before we think it. However, we're asking for your help because your wisdom is perfect. You are the living God. Please help this husband and wife work out their problem. And if you've decided to use me as an instrument, give me the wisdom I need to do the job. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Bill. This has given me new strength.
Just remember what the psalmist wrote. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry.
Well, here's the organizational chart for the firebombers you wanted, Bill.
Mm-hmm. Looks very good, Em. Are you sure 6 planes and pilots are enough to do the job?
Oh, sure. I can always fill in as an extra pilot.
Mister, you're the boss of this outfit, and it's up to you to do the directing and the administration work. That'll give you a full day's work just to take care of your job.
But what if I go back to flying?
You're through with flying. Are you forgetting the promise you made to your wife? The promise you made as a Christian gentleman and because you love your wife.
Yeah. I guess you got me cold, buddy. But I just can't see how being the boss is going to take up all my time.
It will, believe me. By the way, I'm having direct wires put to your home for the alarms.
Well, can't you call me or stop by the house?
Ab, stop trying to use me for a crutch. This is where we sort out the men from the boys. When that alarm goes off in the dead of night, or right in the middle of your Sunday dinner, I'm counting and depending on you to cut the mustard. That's your job, mister. You're part of the team now. If you strike out, it could cost some lives. Mister, you'd better hit the ball.
Ab, roll over. You're snoring. Ab, wake up. Oh, please. I guess I'll go sleep on the Davenport.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, it's the alarm.
A jumping catfish. Get out of my way, Marge.
Ranger 1 to Bomber 1, over.
Bomber 1, over.
Ab, this is a two-pronged fire in area 300 on the map. Mostly scrub and grass. Fire Tower 8 reports fire moving fast. Now get your boys in the air and drop the slurry in front of the fire. Acknowledge.
I understand. We'll give this one a good bath and pronto.
Ab, tell your boys to watch out for my copter. I'm going up to take a look at this one from the air. I don't like this two-prong deal. Over and out.
Roger. Out.
Stumpy, you ride the chopper with me. I may have to put you on one prong of the fire as commander while I take the other. This could work out to be a good trap, Sonny. That's what I had in mind. Step on it. Don't spare the horses. Looks like a mean one, young feller. A lot of men could be in danger if those two prongs turned toward each other and close. You're right as rain, old friend. Want me to take the right prong? No, change my mind. We'll stick together. When we land, I'll command the crews on the ground. You take a radio and go to the ridge and watch. Watch for the prongs to turn toward each other like a pair of ice tongs? Right. We don't want to get trapped by a pincer movement. That you, Slim?
Yeah.
Good shot.
Thanks, Mr. Jefferson.
Ab, Slim just dropped his load. Who's working the other prong?
Oh, don't worry about a thing, Bill. 3 planes will hit each prong, and that'll be it.
What?
There's something wrong with that? We'll give it the old 1-2 knockout punch.
What are you going to do if the prongs start closing in?
Yeah, never thought of that.
Ab, you'd better hold 2 of your planes. Keep them aloft. Don't let them drop their load.
It's too late. We'll let them all make a bombing run.
All right, Ab. Get your planes reloaded and aloft. Unless the wind picks up, you've got about 15 minutes to reload and get back here. You've got to keep an escape lane open till all the men are out. 15 minutes until the prongs close for good.
15 minutes? I can't do it in that time.
You've got 15 minutes, mister. Get out of your pink cloud and supervise that operation. Cut the mustard, mister. 15 minutes. I want to feel that slurry running down the back of my neck. We ain't going to get all the men out, young feller. There ain't enough time. Push the men harder. Make the move. I mean, really move. Yes, sir. Ab, did you hear that?
I sure did. Slim is back, and so is Al. I've got to leave the radio and help them load, Bill.
Get with it, mister. 10 minutes. This heat's terrific. Better start digging in. Not yet, Stumpy. Push the men. Make a move. But there's 50 men in gear yet to come out. Tell them to drop their gear and run for it. 5 minutes. Stumpy, have the men dig in and cover. You too, Bill. I will. Ab, where are those planes? 3 minutes. The escape lane will begin to close. Ab, where are those planes? Bill, in the name of common sense, dig and cover. Right. Give me the shovel.
Now, wait a minute before you blow your stack, Bill. That third plane was me. I had to do it, Bill. I had to do it. And I'll tell you what else I did.
Okay, shoot.
I did the victory roll.
I told him to fly once more, Bill. I insisted because if he didn't and there was tragedy, well, you know what I mean. It was for old time's sake.
And that did it, Bill. I mean, it really did it.
It seems to me you did about all you can did. Busted rules, disobeyed orders, forgot to think, broken a promise. Is there any more?
Yes. Marge said I could fly this one time, and now it's cured me. Bill, you've shown me that my job is on the ground supervising this outfit. I finally came out of that pink cloud and settled down to earth.
And that's just what Ab did. The Lord works in strange ways, His wonders to perform. Well, see you next week for more adventure with
Ranger Bill! Ranger Bill was produced in the radio studios of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago. This is a Moody Radio Network production.
of the Woodland. Ranger Bill, warrior of the Woodland, struggling against extreme odds, traveling dangerous trails, showing rare courage in the face of disaster. In the air, on horseback, or in a screaming squad car. Ranger Bill, his mind alert, a ready smile, unswerving, loyal to his mission. And all this in exchange for the satisfaction and pride of a job well done.
Howdy, Jack. Come on in.
Hi, Stumpy. Hello, Ranger Bill.
Glad to see you, Jack. What brings you to Ranger headquarters today?
Just looking around for some excitement. Is Henry around?
Nope, he's not. He's up at Central City at the 4-H convention. Won't be back till next week.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Well, guess I'll be going then. I'll see you in church Sunday.
There's no need to rush off. If you don't have anything else to do, you're welcome to stick around for a while.
Could I? Hey, that'd be great.
I can't promise you any excitement, though. There's not a thing happening here right now. Wait a minute. See two fellas just driving up in a pickup truck. I wonder who they are. Well, we'll soon find out. Yes, sir?
You the ranger here?
Yes, I'm Bill Jefferson. Come on in. These are my friends, Stumpy Jenkins and Jack Harris.
I'm Sam Smith, and this here's my son Danny. We'd like your permission to go rattlesnake hunting in these parts.
Rattlesnake hunting? What on earth do you want to do that for?
Danny and I catch poisonous snakes and sell them to the Florida Springs Reptile Institute. We make a pretty good living at it, too, don't we, Danny?
Yeah, that's right, Dad.
Well, we sure don't have any use for them. You'd be doing us a big favor if you got rid of some of our snake population, especially now that the tourist season is almost here. Yep. Every summer when the woods is full of campers, Bill and me do a lot of worrying about rattlers. I've had so much else to worry about this spring, though, I just ain't had time to start worrying about snakes. I never have known you to lose any sleep over it, old-timer. It's true, though. Every spring we have to go out and try to get rid of the poisonous snakes around the campsites.
Yeah, if it's okay with you, then we'll start hunting in the morning. We'll probably be around these parts about a week. We'd like to get about 50 or 60 rattlers, wouldn't we, Danny?
Yeah, we sure would.
Hey, do you suppose I could go with you tomorrow? We're studying reptiles in zoology now. A snake hunt. Boy, that'd be perfect for the report I have to give in class next week.
It's not child's play, young fella. It can be pretty dangerous.
I know that, but I know these woods pretty well, and I've tangled with rattlers myself a couple times.
Jack really is an experienced woodsman. Most of our kids here in Knotty Pine spend a lot of time hiking and camping out in the woods.
Well, then, young fella, you ask your dad's permission, and if it's all right with him, it's all right with me. We'll be starting out about 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Well, Danny, we'd best be going. We've got to get our hunting equipment in working order. Young fella, you wear some high boots tomorrow. That'll give you some protection in case we meet up with some real lively snakes.
Mr. Smith, you mean you're going to capture live snakes?
Yep, they're no good to me dead.
How are you going to do it?
Oh, there's a couple of ways. Sometimes we just dig them out of their holes with a shovel. I'm going to show you a more interesting way, though. First, we'll have to scout around for a likely-looking hole. Sometimes you find them in an old gopher hole. Poke your flashlight down this hole, Danny. Nope, don't see any marks. Try this hole over here. Yeah, that kind of looks like snake tracks. Sometimes, if we're lucky, we find 4 or 5 of them bunched up in one hole.
Are you going to try to catch them with that pole with a noose on the end?
Yeah, that's my snake pole. I'm the pole man, and Danny's the shovel man. I try to catch the snake in this noose and then put him in a canvas bag. In case we get a real lively snake that I can't catch, or if 2 come out at once and I can't catch them both, Danny's ready with a shovel there to whack their heads off. You got that length of hose and the gasoline can ready, Danny?
Yeah, here they are. I got the canvas bags ready, too.
Well, if everything's ready, then I'll just stick the end of the hose in the hole here. Pour some gasoline through the funnel into the hose, and then we'll blow on it. I hope they come out one at a time, nice and polite.
There's one in there, all right, Dad.
Yeah, he's coming out, too. Get ready. Here he comes. There's one snake in the bag. Here comes another one. I got him. Here come 2 at once. You get that one with a shovel, Danny. I can't handle both. There. That's 3 in the bag and 1 dead. Not bad. Danny, you did a real good job chopping off that snake's head with your shovel. Yeah, you'd better get that head buried right away.
Why do you have to bury the head, Mr. Smith?
Well, even a dead snake's fangs can be dangerous, Jack. They could punch a hole right through a thin-soled shoe. I don't think it's too likely that anyone would step on it, but I don't like to take chances.
Say, I've been wondering, what does a reptile institute do with snakes you catch?
Well, mostly they keep them and milk the venom out of their fangs. They use it to make anti-venom. That's what they use to treat snake bite with.
I sure hope I haven't been bothering you too much with all my questions, Mr. Smith. I'm really enjoying watching you catch snakes, and I'm getting lots of material for that zoology report.
You haven't been any bother at all, kid. Now, next hole we try, you can help with. And cut out that Mr. Smith stuff. Sam's the name. Down around home, they call me Rattlesnake Sam.
I can see why.
You're welcome to come out hunting with us tomorrow, too, if you want to.
I'd sure like to, but I can't tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'll be going to Sunday school and church. Why don't you come to church with me?
Rattlesnake Sam go to church. That'd be the day. Me and Danny, we don't have time for that kind of stuff, do we, Danny?
I guess that's right, Dad. I would like to go to church, though. I used to go regular.
Now, Danny, you remember what I told you when you first started going snake hunting with me. Well, I'll tell you how it is, Jack. The way I figure things, that religion stuff just makes a man soft. And in the business we're in, there ain't room for no softies. It's a mighty rough and tough game.
I know what you mean. It must take real nerve to stand there with a shovel like you do. Especially Danny, just ready to kill a snake as he looks at him. I sure don't see what you mean, though, about religion being for softies. Bill and Stumpy go to church every Sunday, and there's nothing soft about either one of them.
You say them rangers are churchgoers?
Sure.
It's kind of surprising to hear a feller talking like that. I wouldn't want to make fun of you either. It's a fine thing, but it's just not for me. I try to do right by everybody, and I think I'm as good as the next guy. That's all the religion I got, and that's all I need.
Well, Jack, did you enjoy the snake hunt yesterday?
I sure did. It was great. I really learned a lot, too.
You don't say. Have some more bacon and eggs, Jack.
Thanks. Sure am hungry.
If there ever comes a day when you're not hungry, young feller, you let me know. That I'd like to see. Don't let Stumpy bother you, Jack. We're glad you stopped by to have breakfast with us. Yep, sure are. Henry gone up to Central City has been mighty quiet around here. Jack, do you think Sam and Danny really know their business?
Wow, do they ever? They must have caught about a dozen live snakes yesterday.
Hey, we'd better hurry up. We should leave for the church in about 15 minutes. And by the way, Jack, what are your snake hunting friends doing today?
Oh, they're going hunting again. Sam has no use for Christianity. But Danny, well, I think he's a Christian. He's so quiet. He never did exactly say so, but that's the impression I got. And I know Sam's wife's a Christian.
So Sam's not a Christian, huh? I'll tell you what, fellows. Let's make Sam a matter of special prayer this morning.
Hey, Jack, the mighty snake hunter, wait for me.
Oh, cut out that snake hunter stuff, will you?
I was just kidding. Hey, you gonna eat in the cafeteria?
Yeah, I guess so. Sure's a nice day, though. Maybe I'll buy a sandwich and a carton of milk, take it outside to eat.
Hey, that sounds like a great idea. No sense wasting the first warm day we've had this spring.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get on down to the cafeteria.
Yeah. Well, that really was a swell report about snake hunting you gave in zoology this morning, Jack. You know, don't you, that you're going to make the rest of us look sick. I mean, just sick.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, your report was full of action. You had all of us sitting on the edges of our chairs. My report's due tomorrow. All I got stuff I copied out of the encyclopedia. Hey, what's old man Cobb doing down there?
He's putting in a new fence down by the road.
No, that's not what I mean. He just picked up a big sack or something from the side of the road there, see?
A sack? Hey, that looks like one of Sam Smith's sacks. Oh, no. Mr. Cobb! Mr. Cobb! Don't open that bag, Mr. Cobb. Don't open
Help! This bag's full of snakes. Help! Ouch! Ooh, he bit me.
Well, Danny boy, we sure had us a nice hunt this week. We must have got 50 or 60 rattlers.
Yeah, it sure is nice country there around Knotty Pine. I wouldn't mind going back there again sometime.
Me neither. Mighty nice people around there. Say, here's a gas station coming up on the right. We better fill up the tank and stretch our legs a bit. It's going to be a long ride home.
What'll it be, Mac?
Fill her up. Regular.
Right.
Dad!
What's the matter?
Well, didn't we have 5 bags of snakes back here?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I know that's how many we had. We started out with half a dozen, and we had 1 empty left over.
Well, there's only 4 back here now.
Huh? Are you sure?
1, 2, 3, 4. That's all there are.
One must have bounced out somewhere along the way. Never had that happen before.
Say, Dad, do you remember back there in Knotty Pine, just at the edge of town when we hit that big bump in the road? It was right by the school.
By the school? I hope not. I sure hope not. Danny, you pay the man, get the truck turned around, headed for Knotty Pine. I got to put in a phone call to Ranger Bill.
Ranger Headquarters, Bill Jefferson speaking.
This is Sam Smith, Ranger Bill.
Hello, Sam. What's on your mind?
Bill, Danny and me just got a ways out of town and stopped for gas. And we noticed that we was missing a bag of rattlers.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. The only thing I can figure out is it bounced right off the back of the truck.
Hey, that's bad.
You ain't heard the worst part yet. We came out of town on Route 30. Danny recalls that we hit a big bump in the road out at the edge of town, right by the school.
Uh-oh. Stumpy and I'll get down there as fast as we can.
If you find that bag, don't let anyone touch it. Keep everyone away from it till we get there. We're starting back right now.
Mr. Cobb, that snake bit you, didn't he?
Yep, got me on the hand. All the dirty tricks. Throwing a sack of rattlesnakes right in front of a school. Sure like to know who did it. Watch out there, Jack. That rattler's headed right toward you. It's going to get you, too, if you don't watch out.
Hand me your shovel.
Yeah, here. I don't know what you're going to try to do, but you be careful. I'll be. You cut his head right off, neat as can be.
Well, you'll have to have a shot of anti-venom right away. I'll flag down the first car that comes along and send you in to Doc White. He'll fix you up in no time.
Yeah, it hurts like crazy. I guess I'm lucky you came along, though, Jack. You seem to know a lot about snakes.
Well, to tell you the truth, most of what I know about snakes I learned just last week. I was helping a professional snake hunter named Sam Smith. I'm pretty sure these snakes belong to him, but I can't imagine how they got here unless they fell off his truck.
Say, what are you burying that snake's head for?
So nobody accidentally steps on it. That's another thing I learned from Sam Smith. Oh, you better sit down there, Mr. Cobb. A person who's been bitten by a poisonous snake shouldn't move around or get excited. Hey, there comes a car. It looks like Jim Brownlee. Hey, Jim!
What's going on here?
Mr. Cobb was just bitten by a snake. Can you take him to Doc White?
Oh, sure. Hop in, Mr. Cobb.
You remember what I said, Mr. Cobb. You take it real easy. No excitement, no moving around.
Don't you worry, Jack. I'll have him at Doc White's less than 2 minutes.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Cobb's going to be all right now. But I'd better do something about the rest of these snakes. They're pretty sluggish right now, but with the sun warming them up, they're going to start moving around. That means if I'm going to do anything about them, I better do it right now. I sure wish Sam and Danny Smith were here. They'd know what to do.
Hey, Jack, what are you doing out there? Are you ever going to eat lunch? Wow, look at that. Big heap of rattlesnakes laying on the ground. Hey, Jack, you better get away from those snakes. You're going to get hurt.
I can't just go away and leave them here. They'll be starting to move around, and they'll be all over the schoolyard soon unless somebody does something about them.
Hey, you guys. Look what's down here by the road. A whole bunch of rattlesnakes. Hey, where did the snakes come from, Jack? Is it true that old man Cobb found them in a canvas bag?
Yes, it's true, and one of them bit Mr. Cobb. Hey, you fellas had better get back into school. I'm afraid somebody is going to get hurt.
Yeah, but Jack, who do you suppose put that bag of snakes out here?
No one put it here. I think these rattlers belong to a professional snake hunter named Sam Smith. He left town this morning, and this bag must have fallen off his truck. Now, get back into the school, everybody.
Jack, what's this I hear about snakes on the front lawn? Now, see here, if this is some kind of a joke, then... Say, there really is a pile of snakes here.
This is no joke, Mr. Bailey. You've got to get these kids back into school before someone gets hurt.
Jack's right. Get back into school now, all of you. Jack, shouldn't you go inside, too?
I suppose I should, sir, but I was thinking maybe I should catch these snakes before they go crawling off all over the front lawn.
You have a point there. I'm afraid we can hardly dismiss school today until these rattlers are disposed of. Do you know anything about handling snakes?
Yes, sir. A little.
What can I do to help you?
Well, I'm not sure. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do. If you would telephone Ranger Bill, that would be a big help.
I'll do that.
Hey, that snake's starting to crawl around. Uh-oh. He's headed right for me. Now, where's that shovel? No chance of getting to it now. If I make a sudden move, he might strike.
What's the matter with you today, Bill? Here I was eating my lunch peaceful as can be, and you come running in yelling something about trouble down to school. Now here you are driving along like a maniac. Still haven't told me what's up. Well, to tell you the truth, Stumpy, I'm not sure myself what's up. Sam Smith called me and said he lost a canvas bag full of rattlers in the back of his truck. Not sure, but he thinks it might have bounced out right in front of the school. Great hopping horned toads! I sure hope he's wrong about where he lost it. I hope so too, Stumpy. I don't know how Sam Smith fastens those canvas sacks of his. I suppose there's always a chance the sack might come open somehow and the snakes escape. What could be worse than that, Bill, would be if someone saw that sack lying along the road and took it into his head to open it up, see what's inside. Yeah, you're right. If the sack did land near the school, it's pretty likely that some curious kids will find it. Then maybe we're too late. Maybe some of them kids got bit already. Yeah, maybe. When we started out, the only thought I had in mind was to get to the school as soon as possible. Now I think maybe it would pay us to stop here at Doc White's office. We'll take him along with us. Doc White and a big supply of anti-venom.
Sure got myself into a mess here. Here's a snake crawling toward me, and now 3 feet away. If I had the shovel, maybe I could kill him. The shovel's at least 10 feet from me. There's not a chance I can get to it. He's only about 2 feet away now. Gotta stand perfectly still. It's my only chance. I don't know if I can do it. What? school bell. It's a miracle. Just a miracle I didn't jump on that bell ring. He's going right by me. Now I can breathe again. That sure was a close call. Shaking all over. But I still haven't done anything about the rest of those snakes. They're starting to get lively. Lord, you'll have to help me think of something.
Danny, you know I've never had much use for religion, but I've tried to be a good man.
I know that, Dad. You've always been a good dad to us kids.
I've never been a religious man, but I've always tried to do right by the other fella. I tell you, Danny, it scares me to think that some innocent person might get hurt just because I lost a bag of snakes.
That's no fault of yours that there was a bump in the road. Nothing like this ever happened before.
Well, I never had that many snakes pile up in the back of the truck either. I maybe could have tied the bags down with a piece of rope if I'd thought of it.
Dad, maybe God would sort of take care of the people. Protect them from the snakes, I mean. If I asked him to. If you wouldn't mind, that is.
No, I wouldn't mind, Danny. If you want to pray, you go right ahead. In fact, I think it's a good idea.
Snakes. If Sam were here, he could catch them with that pole of his. But I don't have a pole. Maybe I could throw that canvas sack over them. No, they've moved around and spread out. It wouldn't cover all of them. Oh, looks like 4 or 5 of them tangled up together there. Canvas sack. Canvas sack. Yeah, that gives me an idea.
Hey, Jack, have you ever got an audience? Practically the whole school's watching you from the windows to see what you're going to do next.
You know, in the gym, in the boys' shower room, there's a bunch of old equipment there with a couple of tarpaulins thrown over it. Would one of you fellas get me one of those tarps and throw it out the window to me?
Sure, Jack. Right away.
Now, while he's getting the tarp, I'll just gather up some of these steel fence posts Mr. Cobb was putting in.
Okay, Jack. Here's your tarp.
Thanks. Now, just throw the tarp over the rattlers and weigh it down with these fence posts. Ah, there. They can't get out of that.
Well, Danny, we're almost back to Knotty Pine School. I'll slow down. You start keeping your eyes peeled for that big bag of snakes.
Okay, Dad. Hey, look. There's Jack standing out in front of the school.
Jack, we lost a bag full of rattlers. Have you seen it?
I sure have.
Where is it?
Right here in the front of the school. I didn't find it. Mr. Cobb, the school gardener, did. He was putting in a new fence out here when he noticed it lying along the road. Naturally wondered what it was, so opened it up.
I'm almost afraid to ask. Did he get bit?
Yes, Sam. Afraid he did. We got him to the doctor right away, though, so I'm pretty sure he'll be all right.
Was anyone else hurt?
No, just Mr. Cobb.
Phew. I'm glad it wasn't any worse than that. I sure was worried. Where's the bag of snakes now?
Well, when Mr. Cobb opened the sack and got bit on the hand, he spilled all the snakes out of the bag. I knew that with the sun shining on them, they'd warm up soon and get more active. So I just threw that tarp over there and weighted it down with those fence posts. There they are, right over there.
You did that all by yourself, Jack? Well, weren't you scared?
You bet I was scared. For a while there, I was really shaking in my shoes. And then I asked the Lord to help me, and he sure did. Hey, look. Here come Bill and Stumpy.
Everything all right here?
Everything's under control, thanks to Jack here. Somehow or other, he managed to get the rattlers pinned under that tarp.
Good work, young feller.
Looks as though God answered your prayers after all.
Your prayers?
Yep. I don't mind telling you that I felt mighty bad about losing that sack. I sure didn't want anyone to get hurt because of a stupid mistake I made. So Danny prayed all the way back here that God would protect you folks in Knotty Pine from the snakes. I've been mistaken about some other things, too. I was talking big to Jack the other day, making like I was so tough and so strong that I didn't need religion. I told him that stuff was for women and little kids. But I've been watching all you guys, and I can see that ain't true. It ain't true at all. You fellas all are Christians, and I ain't ever seen a bunch of braver men. I've done a lot of bad things in my life, but I wanna have what you fellas have. If you think God would want an old sinner like me...
He sure does want you, Sam. He says in his word, "Him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out." You've already taken the first step in coming to him. You've admitted that you're a sinner and you need a Savior. Now, if you'll just ask the Lord Jesus to come into your heart, he'll wash your sins away and make you a Christian.
I'm going to do it, Bill. I'm going to do it right now. Hey, Danny, you think your mom's going to be happy when she finds out what happened?
She sure is, Dad. I think she'll say it's an answer to her prayers.
How about you, boys and girls? If you've never accepted Christ as your Savior, won't you do it today? Stumpy and Jack and I, yes, and Sam and Danny Smith, will all tell you it'll mean the start of a new life, a wonderful new life in Christ. Well, see you again next week for more adventure with
Ranger Bill! Ranger Bill is produced in the radio studios of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago. This is a Moody Radio Network production.
Ranger Bill, warrior of the woodland. Ranger Bill, warrior of the woodland, struggling against extreme odds, traveling dangerous trails, showing rare courage in the face of disaster. In the air, on horseback, or in a screaming squad car. Ranger Bill, his mind alert, a ready smile, unswerving, loyal to his mission. And all this in exchange for the satisfaction and pride of a job well done.
Hi, Bill. Hi, Stumpy. Hi, Henry.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Ronnie. Howdy, Ronnie.
How'd you like the meeting tonight?
Well, I sure learned a lot about South America.
Boy, me too. Wouldn't it be swell to be a missionary like Mr. Ludlow?
Looks to me like it'd be pretty hard work, Ronnie.
Well, that doesn't matter. When a fella goes to work for God, he's got the best help in the world.
Right you are, sonny. We find that true every day.
I guess you do.
That's right. You don't have to be a missionary to learn about how good God is to the man who serves him.
Well, that's a fact too few Christians think about, Stumpy.
Hi, Bart.
Hello, Bart. Howdy, Bart.
You know, I sure did like what you said tonight, Mr. Ludlow.
Thanks.
This is Ronnie Quiller.
He's been talking as though he wanted to be a missionary, Bart.
Well, far be it for me to discourage such a life, Ronnie. Being one myself and all.
It sure must be something down there in South America. All those exciting adventures you're always having.
Well, I'm afraid there's a little more to it than that. Before you decide to become a missionary, Ronnie, you make sure that God has decided it for you. Too many people get out there on the field and suddenly realize that it isn't a life for them.
Is that why you always hear about there not being enough?
Well, one of the reasons, yes.
You presented your field very well tonight, Barth. I have a feeling we'll be helping you out.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Bill.
What do you mean?
Well, that's one of the reasons that Mr. Ludlow was here tonight, Ronnie. He's raising support so that he and his wife can go back to South America.
Support?
I think you call it money back here in the States, Ronnie. You see, we aren't paid like ordinary people. We have to ask people to donate to our support so we can pay bills while we're down there on the field.
I didn't know you did anything like that. How come you don't get paid?
Well, when you come right down to it, when God is your only employer, the way he provides us with money is through the goodness of people.
Boy,
Changing your mind already, are you, Ronnie?
No, that isn't what I was thinking. Mr. Ludlow, can you get enough together before you go back, or will you have to beg when you get there?
Oh, don't worry, Ronnie. You see, people and churches contribute a certain amount each month to us. That way, we don't have to collect some fantastic amount. And we never have to beg.
There's nothing I'd rather do than to give you some money.
I appreciate that more than I can tell you, Ronnie. I know you haven't got any to give. But there's something you can do.
What's that?
Pray for us. Does more good than any of us know for interested people like you to be praying.
I will then, every night.
Come on, Ronnie. I'll treat you to a Coke on the way home.
Oh, maybe you ought to save the money for Mr. Ludlow.
Ronnie's a nice fella.
Yes, he seems it.
How are you doing on your support-getting meetings?
Oh, we've raised almost all that we need. I think we'll be able to return early in the summer. I hope so, at any rate.
Anxious to get back?
Bill, I couldn't tell you how anxious. When we first arrived there 6 years ago, I looked around and wanted to get back on the ship and come home. But I knew God called us there. And I prayed like I never prayed before.
Now you can't wait to get back to him, huh?
That's right, Stumpy. When God finally puts his love into you for people, you no longer have to try to whip up your human love for them. They become real objects of concern, of care. As a matter of fact, I never loved folks back here as much.
I know. Christ liveth in me.
That's it exactly, Bill. As far as I can see, the only people who really make any headway for the gospel, either here or on the field, are those who love with a supernatural love. Those who, as you say, have Christ living in them.
And all the way home last night, all he could talk about was how much he wanted to help out the Ludlows.
Yeah, sounds to me like he's getting a little carried away with all this. I wish some of the people who were at the meeting last night who could help Barth and Jeannie would get that carried away. You got a point there, Sonny.
And I have an idea that Ronnie won't be happy until he can do something about it.
Hey, look out, Henry!
Wow! I guess I better start watching where I'm going.
That was about as close as I've seen. Traffic gets heavier all the time downtown here.
Yeah, the traffic may get heavier, but the population just about got lighter.
Well, the way I figure it, there's anything at all to this here evolution business, nature's going to come up with a man who can jump 3 ways at once.
Hey, look over there. Isn't that Ronnie?
I say, it sure looks like him.
I wonder if he's hit on a scheme for raising some money for the Ludlows. Hey, Ronnie! Ronnie!
It don't appear as though he heard you, Henry.
Yeah.
I can't make out what it is he's got in his hand, but he sure is concentrating on it.
Oh, well, I guess we don't have a whole lot of time to stand around and talk anyhow.
I think if Ronnie really has come to an idea, he'll let you know about it, Henry.
Sure. Huh. It looks like he's going into the jewelry store.
Well, whippersnapper's probably running an errand for his mother.
Yeah, probably.
Where'd Where'd you get hold of this ring, Ronnie?
Found it.
You found it, huh?
That's right, Mr. Plimby. Is it worth anything?
Well, offhand, I'd say yes. This ring's worth quite a bit. You say you found it, huh?
Honest. It was down by the alley next to Schultz's meat market.
Fred wouldn't have bought anything like this, I don't think.
But you say the ring is worth a lot of money, huh?
Offhand, I'd say so, yeah.
Could you say how much?
Oh, I'd say you could get close to $500 for her.
Wow, that much?
You figuring on selling the ring?
I sure am. Boy, I've been looking for a way to get some money for some missionaries I know. Now, it looks like this is it.
You think God came along and dropped that ring where you'd find it, huh?
Just like that.
Well, then I suppose that God will handle the owners for you.
Huh? What do you mean, Mr. Plimby?
You say you found that ring?
That's right. I did.
Well, then, near as I can figure, somebody must have lost it.
Oh, I never thought of that. Do you suppose it was somebody here in town? I mean, maybe it was somebody a long time ago or from some other city.
You found it today, huh? Here in Knotty Pine.
I guess I should find out who owns it, huh?
I reckon.
I thought I really had a good way to give Mr. Ludlow some help.
You were really going to give all that money away?
Sure. Those missionaries really need it. Did you know that they aren't paid like other people?
Neither am I.
Yeah, but you sell something.
That's the point. That's the point, all right. I still can't figure a youngster like you giving away all that money.
Well, I probably won't have it to give very long. As soon as the owner finds out I have it, then...
I can't help hoping that the owner don't show up.
Hi, has the owner of the ring showed up yet?
Not yet, Ronnie.
It sure is swell of you to try to find the owner for me.
It's some job. You should ask, have any of the owners that have showed up really been the owner of the ring?
What do you mean, Henry?
What Henry's trying to say is that there have been a whole office full of folks in and out here all day today, all claiming that they own the ring.
Boy, how could so many people own one ring?
Well, that's just the point, Ronnie. Probably a lot of them have lost rings in the past, and others have...
Is this where you're keeping my ring?
Is the ring yours?
That's right, kid. Oh, you must be the boy who found it. Thanks a lot.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, I'll just take it along. Where is it?
Just for the record, sir, can you describe it?
Sure, just like it said in the paper. Diamonds, gold, like that.
Can you tell me how the diamonds are arranged on the ring?
Look, it's my ring.
It looks like a lady's ring to me.
Oh, sure it is. It is a lady's ring. I bought it yesterday for my wife for her birthday. I was going to surprise her with it.
I guess we'd better give it to him.
Not yet, Ronnie. He hasn't described it yet.
Look, I ain't the kind of guy that can describe a thing like that. I saw this ring, diamonds all lined up in a kind of design, and I thought to myself, Jerry will like that. So I bought it. And I lost it.
Maybe you can explain the inscription on the inside.
Bill, there isn't...
There isn't anything that looks like a J, is there?
All right. So I didn't want to tell you I bought it secondhand. I don't know who those initials belong to inside the ring, but I was going to have them taken off before I give it to her.
That's funny. If I was going to do a thing like that, I'd had it done right at the place where I bought the ring.
Well, they said it'd take a couple of days, so, I was going to get one of my friends to handle it. Well, do I get my ring? Does my story satisfy you?
It's a pretty good story, Mr.
Bayard. Al Bayard.
As I said, Mr. Bayard, it's a pretty good story, but not good enough.
You mean I don't get my ring?
If I believed that it was your ring, you'd be on your way out of here right now with it.
Listen to me, smart guy. I'll sue you for that ring. The law will back me up on this.
I doubt it, Sonny. Why don't you just go down to the sheriff's office and explain the whole thing to him?
You aren't going, huh? Is it because the ring really doesn't belong to you?
You can keep the lousy ring.
That was the smartest thing I ever saw, Bill.
We've had a lot of trouble like him today, Ronnie.
We sure have.
Next time you find something and advertise about it in the paper, you shouldn't be so good at describing it. Almost everybody who comes in here gives a pretty good guess as to what it looks like, because of all you told in the paper.
That's why Bill had to dream up that inscription bit.
There aren't any initials inside the ring, are there, Bill?
No, there aren't, Ronnie. But I'm hoping only the owner will know that.
I would have given that man the ring if you hadn't kept after him.
It was a smart thing for you to let Bill look after the ring for you, Ronnie.
It sure was.
Well, this makes about one whole day. Nobody's claimed that ring yet. I mean, for real. Maybe the real owner ain't around.
Does that mean that I can keep it?
We'll have to keep it here for 90 days, Ronnie. I've already checked over at the sheriff's office. There have been no reports of a missing ring like this one.
What would you do with the ring if you could keep it, Ronnie?
Well, don't you see, Henry? I was trying to figure out a way to help Mr. Ludlow get back to South America. I could sell this ring. The jeweler, Mr. Plimby, said it was worth about $500. Anyhow, I could probably sell it to him and give the money to Mr. Ludlow. That way he could get back to South America all the faster.
That's a wonderful thing to want to do, Ronnie. But we'll have to see whether or not the owner will claim the ring.
I don't think he will, Bill.
Why do you say that, young feller?
Because I think God gave me that ring so that I could give money to the missionaries. I know I have to at least give the owner a chance to get the ring back. But I don't think he'll take it.
Ronnie, I hope you aren't completely set on this. I mean, I agree with you that God has allowed you to find this ring. But I don't know for certain whether it's for the money involved.
What else could it be, Bill? I'm not going to keep the money for myself.
I don't know, Ronnie. I just don't think you ought to be too certain as to what God has in mind. If you happen to be wrong, and I'm not sure you are, you might miss what he really has for you in all of this.
I'll try to remember that, Bill. But it sure looks pretty simple to me.
Well, we'll all know in a few weeks. If the owner doesn't show up and you go through with your plan, that'll be pretty clear.
And if the owner does come in here and the ring is taken, then we'll have to look for another meaning.
Well, I sure can't see any other one.
Neither can I.
I suggest we wait God out on this one and see.
How long has it been now, Bill?
81 days, pal. The reason I know is because Ronnie keeps very accurate count.
Just 9 more days, huh? Yeah, it looks as though Ronnie was right about God giving him that ring.
I'm beginning to think so myself, Henry. We haven't had anyone in here looking for that ring for a couple of weeks. I think it was pretty good of Ronnie to wait all this time. I mean, 3 months is a long time when you want to help somebody out like he does.
It sure is.
I suppose it would have been easy just to sell the ring and give the money to Barth, but if the owner ever came to claim it, there might have been a lot of trouble.
You know, sometimes it sure is hard to do the right thing.
If you think you're anxious to see this whole thing over, imagine how Ronnie must feel.
I don't have to imagine. Here he is.
Hi.
Hello, Ronnie.
Hi, Ron.
Howdy, Ronnie. Well, 9 more days, huh, Ronnie?
This has been the longest summer of my whole life. Boy, if I ever thought 90 days seemed like a short time, I sure was all wrong.
Yeah, you just wait till you're a little older, whippersnapper. 90 days to an old walrus like me seems like a day.
That's a real walrus-type day, Stumpy.
Huh? What are you getting at, Sonny?
Well, we were studying in class about the North Pole and the Arctic Zone where the days are 6 months long.
Yeah, no wonder you never hear about Eskimos staying out all night.
Yeah.
Time just depends on who you are and what's happening. Like the woman who says, I've been telling you for the last hour that I'll be ready in a minute.
It's okay to joke, but I sure wish the time was over.
Well, we all do, Ronnie. I think half the town is staring at the calendar, waiting for the 90 days to be up. Everyone knows about what you're going to do with the money.
And they all think it's pretty swell, too.
Oh, I wish that nobody had found out about it.
I was just telling Henry before you came in that we haven't had anyone in here asking about the ring for a couple of weeks.
Do you think we could just sell it now and take care of it?
What do you think?
Oh, I want it so much, but I know I shouldn't. We might as well wait.
He's here. Start the ceremony, Stumpy.
Hey, what's this?
Just stand right there, Ronnie. Okay, Stumpy. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. From the ranger station at Knotty Pine, we bring you the moment we've all been waiting for. And here is Chief Ranger Bill Jefferson to make the presentation.
Thank you. Will Ronnie Quiller please step forward?
I think that's enough music, Stumpy.
Ronnie Quiller, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to make this award. After holding down all the things you wanted to do, and in accordance with the law, advertising in the local paper for 2 weeks, and awaiting the complete 90-day period, which expired at midnight last night, and seeing as the owner has not come for this ring, I present it to you to do with what you please.
Hooray!
You guys.
We really are proud of you, Ronnie. And I know that when Barth and his wife receive the money that you'll be giving them, they'll appreciate it all the more, knowing what you went through to get it.
Boy, it sure is a pretty ring. You want to come over with me, Bill, to Mr. Plimby's jewelry store?
You go on ahead, Ronnie. I'm sure he's expecting you. Expecting him? I saw Plimby over at the bank yesterday, drawing out $500 in cash.
Say, maybe we'd better go along just to make sure Ronnie's safe.
That might be a good idea, Henry. Come on, Ronnie. We'll drive you over in the Ranger car.
Here he comes. Look at that smile.
Did you ever see a feller so happy to be giving away so much money? I'd like to have a picture of this to use as an illustration of a cheerful giver.
Hi, everybody.
Well, where to, Mr. Quiller?
Boy, I feel like a rich man with all his money. But I won't be able to give it to Mr. Ludlow, not till tomorrow. Would you keep it safe for me, Bill?
Anything you say, sir.
It sure seemed like a long time, but it was worth it.
Come on, Mr. Quiller. We'll treat you to a soda.
Boy, this sure is good.
Sure is. Hey, we ought to treat more folks to sodas, Bill. That way I get treated, too.
I beg your pardon, but is this boy Ronald Quiller?
Oh, that's right, ma'am.
Did you want to see me about something?
Yes. You see, I've been east for the past 3 months. I just arrived in Knotty Pine this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, the summer was complete, except for one thing. The day I left for my vacation, I thought that I had misplaced a diamond ring of mine. But I've looked everywhere and was sick when I realized that it was gone. You see, my late husband gave that to me.
A diamond ring?
That's right. As soon as I got home, I heard that you had actually found such a ring. I thought it might possibly be mine, and I was wondering if
What did the ring look like?
Of course you'll want me to identify it. I remember it very clearly. It had a cluster of small diamonds in a pattern such as this. It's a very old ring.
And what about the inscription inside?
Inscription? Oh. I'm afraid you don't have my ring. Mine had no inscription. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I was so hoping you had found it. Thank you for your trouble.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes?
Well, it was your ring.
But you said that
that was just a little trick we used to make sure the right person was wanting the ring. It's yours, all right. But I don't have it anymore.
You don't?
No. Last night, the 90 days that I was supposed to wait was up. I just sold the ring a little while ago.
We just came from selling it.
Oh, dear. If I'd come back even one day earlier. I can't tell you what that ring means to me. You see, my late husband...
We understand, Mrs. Laurel.
I just don't know what to do.
I know what you mean.
Certainly you could get the ring back.
I'm afraid it isn't as easy as that, ma'am.
Oh?
You see, ma'am, for the last 3 months, Ronnie here has been waiting for the time to be up so that he could sell the ring. He's been planning to give the money to a couple who are missionaries to South America.
I see.
Ronnie was looking for a way to give them the support money when he found your ring.
I thought it was God who left the ring where I'd find it.
So, you see where he is right now. The legal time is up. And what I mean is you have no legal claim to the ring now, Mrs. Laurel. And by the looks of you, you don't need the money. No offense, man. I was just pointing out the situation.
I understand.
I know you want the ring back because it really means something to you. But so does this money mean something to me.
You'll have to listen to God on this one, Ronnie.
Are you real rich, ma'am?
Yes, I suppose I am what you would call real rich.
Well, Ronnie, what are you going to do?
Bill, will you drive me back to the jeweler's?
Sure, Ronnie.
I know this lady wants that ring pretty bad. And I think God wants me to give it to her. Boy, what a summer.
Yeah, it sure was.
Well, today is a good day for rain.
Yeah. Hey, Bill.
Yes, Ronnie?
Do you think I did the right thing?
Don't you?
Well, I think so. But what are the Ludlows going to do for support?
Do you think God doesn't know about their needs?
Well, I thought he was using that ring.
I know. We all did.
Hey, why the long faces?
Oh, hello, Bart.
Hi, Bart.
Hi, Bill, Ronnie.
Howdy, Bart.
I had to tell you what just happened. In fact, I was hoping to run into you, Ronnie.
Me?
Yes. A woman just came to our apartment. She looked like quite a wealthy woman. And she gave us, now get this, $500.
Hey!
And what's more, she wouldn't tell us her name. All she said was that the gift was on behalf of Ronnie. And then she left.
Bill, it must have been...
That's right, Ronnie. And from where I sit, it looks like God really did use that ring for his work. You know, boys and girls, lots of times in life, decisions are not so easy to make. Sometimes it isn't a simple matter of choosing right or wrong. At times like that, the important thing is to be in close touch with God. He'll honor the decision made at his direction. Well, see you next week for more adventure with
Ranger Bill!
Ranger Bill was produced in the radio studios of the Moody Bible Institute of Chicago.